Maybe.
Action.
An Evening at the Movies is a proud member of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. Other shows in the network include Mass Debaters, The Sip List, Crushgasm, Love is Black, Men Are the Prize, Crime Rewind, and Literature Reapers. You can find out all about our shows and more at idnmtrpodcastnetwork.com. Happy listening. You are now entering the world of a movie review. A world full of drama, joy, ridicule, movie spoilers, unpopular opinions, and adult humor for as far as the eye can see. Welcome to An Evening at the Movies.
I was multitasking. Don't me. But hi everybody. It's Movie Sunday. This is An Evening at the Movies, and I am your amazingly excited to be here host, Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Those of you who don't know, this is An Evening at the Movies, the movie-based podcast where we eat the stale popcorn, we drink the watered-down sodas, and talk about all of our favorite movies and why we love them. And uh, yeah, our awesome co-hosts are with us this week. Amanda, go ahead and say hi while I change the privacy settings on my Facebook page.
Oh, well, good, because I already shared it. So, hello. I am Amanda. I am in my princess era today with my crown and my bejeweled goblet. I am ready to discuss one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's do it.
You look like a princess.
Thank you. I feel like I was either switched at birth or was not reincarnated properly because I know I was born to be royalty. Somebody
think you're
put it up somewhere.
I honestly think you're probably the rightful princess of Genovia,
Ooh.
but
Well, I can beat
Mia
that.
Thermopolis. Yeah, Mia Thermopolis kind of swooped in and stole it.
I could take her.
Amanda Kohlhofer, Queen of Genovia, sounds way better.
It really does.
Rolls off the tongue easier.
Her Royal Highness Amanda Kohlhofer.
Not rolling off the tongue.
Queen of Thermopolis or Genovia.
Not the Royal Highness.
Not the princess.
Jealousy's a bad color on you, Casey.
Blue is a good color on me, though.
Golden State Killer? Are you wearing a Golden State Killer jersey?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Because
you know,
we'll be killing everybody in the playoffs.
You are out of your damn mind.
We're not going down that rabbit hole.
Still cannot keep that goddamn mouth guard in his mouth. I almost threw something at my TV last night. He is so nasty.
They chew on them like they're binkies.
Yeah. He just lets it hang out of his mouth in between plays. And I'm like, that's so gross.
Like dripping saliva.
Yes, put it back. I really hope the Warriors play the Thunder so we can.
Why is Steph the only person that you yell at for that? He's not the only person that chews on his mouth guard like that.
He's the only one I see do it incessantly.
Oh, whatever.
Well, fine. I can start talking about Draymond. I can talk about him all day.
Evidently,
dude can get fucked. Hate him.
You don't watch football enough.
I need to pick a playoff team and just like root for them, like I did the Chiefs, and just get all involved.
Ma'am, if you don't pick the Thunder, our friendship is over.
The Thunder. I like it.
Karma is the Thunder.
I like it. I think I'm going to go with the Thunder.
I made a friendship bracelet that says that I wear for the games. Karma is the Thunder. Are you going to introduce our other guests?
On that note.
I don't really need an introduction. I'm a legend. I'm an icon.
Maybe.
Fair.
I mean, everybody already. Well, if you're new to the show, you may not necessarily hear his voice coming from your um, listeners out who don't know. We are rejoined by our other awesome, amazing co-host. Shanna's back. Say hi, Shanna.
Hello, everyone. I am Princess Shana the Awkward. Glad to meet you if this is the first time you've heard my voice. And if
Where have you
you've heard
been?
it before, sorry, but I'm back.
I'm happy you're here. We're magical.
Other, Shanna, otherwise known as Mrs. Pedro Pascal.
Yes. Just a side note, he would be an amazing choice for a remake for Inigo Montoya.
Ooh, he would. I think he's a little old though.
I don't care. He's only 50.
Yeah, and Mandy Patinkin's like 20 something in this movie.
But he's so hot.
He is, but he's a little old to be
Then never.
Inigo.
We're grown up now, so our tastes can grow up too.
That's fair. Well, then Carrie Elwes can still play Wesley. He's
Exactly.
only got to be in his 50s.
So as long as he doesn't break a hip. Not exactly in the shape of his life.
Carrie Elways and his fucking crooked ass mustache in this movie.
He's messed up from having to saw his own foot off. Give him a break.
I don't wanna. I'm still mad at him for trying to
I beg to
abduct and
differ
kill
on-
Ashley Judd and kiss the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Still angry.
I forgot that was him.
Yeah. I hold
So-
grudges.
In answer to Amanda's, he's only 20 in this movie. He's actually approximately early to mid 40s.
Ah!
No way. Mandy Patinkin was in his 40s.
He is 72. He is
He looks
72
good.
years old
He's
currently.
still hot.
He is.
He could get it.
Yeah. I was actually, after I said in his 20s, I was like, he was
obviously-
probably like 30, but wow. Okay.
So, give or take, because I don't have the information right in front of me exactly as to when the Princess Bride was, but yeah,
Fine. Pedro can do it.
I'm pulling it up as we speak.
Yeah,
so
he
we can
can.
get to our discussion.
Give
Can we
him
get
the
Andrew
whip.
Garfield as Wesley.
So,
Give Pedro a whip instead of a sword.
1987. So,
Oh, I can't math. I hope you're
So
not
I
waiting for
guess-
me. Sir.
no, he was probably, or no, I'm trying to math in my head, and I guess technically he was probably mid 30s when he played Inigo Montoya, because that would have been
What year
like
was he
almost 40
born?
years ago. 72 years ago.
That's math, though.
Okay.
I know. I switched over to the freaking Princess Bride, and I don't
He was
have.
34. So I got invented calculators. Anyway.
Yeah, November 30th, 1952.
He's the only person I know that could pull off that Lord Farquaad haircut.
Except for that Prince Humperdinck is doing Lord Farquaad all by himself.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say that later. He totally gives Lord Farquaad vibes.
Yes. I'm gonna
Anyway.
watch Shrek later.
I just looked at the.
What?
I mean, coming soon on An Evening at the Movies, audio only redo for Shrek.
I want a
What?
live action Shrek.
All right, so
Oh, I do not. They need to stop. I mean, I know Shrek's not Disney, but I love Shrek the way it is. I don't know if I would love live action.
Speaking of live action green things, I actually saw an article this morning that Lou Ferrigno is actually going to play a version of the Hulk again
Interesting.
on the big screen coming up in the semi near future
He kind of creeps me out.
with no
Will it
CGI.
be will it be the Hulk selling Medicare Part C? Like I don't know.
Be
The
him
Hulk brings
supplement.
you a plethora of Medicare
I
Part
didn't get
D
into.
plans.
Him's supplements.
No, more like Viagra.
Yeah.
He's a little old for the Hims stuff.
You too can get your hair.
Sorry.
Oh dear Lord!
Not the hair.
So we are here. We are here this week to discuss. Obviously, it's been said a couple of times, but officially, we're going to audio only redo The Princess Bride because when we did this movie some almost 4 years ago, we only did it for the audio. So we're going to do it for
And
the
I was a
YouTube
lot
and
less
for our live
sweaty.
audience today.
I wasn't a ratings whore
So
back then. I am now, so it's a
there
lot
was a
different.
lot. Obvious. Well, no, because there is a story behind the ratings whore thing that we will get to before the end of this episode. And I know he's not here
I'm a
to
ratings whore, just not with the ratings.
shame us for. Well, of course, Shana is, but
I'm a retired whore.
Kevin was not.
Kevin was not happy
Longtime
with
fan
us.
Kevin Stoner was not happy with our initial rating for this movie.
So to be fair, when we started this podcast, we were legit trying to be like a good movie review podcast. We were trying to be objective. We were trying to be actual critics and not just like giving it ratings because of how we feel, but like overall of how good of a movie it is in comparison to other critically acclaimed films. Even with that, we still gave it a bad score. But it will get a much different score from me today than it did 4 years ago because I don't care about being objective anymore.
Yeah, spoiler alert, 4 years ago, we both gave the movie 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed for us both.
And as soon as that episode released, we both got hate mail from Kevin.
I'm here to
What
set the
the
record
hell are you?
straight.
That movie is.
All I heard was
So, I will.
from Shana.
I will say this: I am officially here to tag Kevin in this episode, though, so that maybe he will listen and be more happy with potential scores that we might give this movie at the end of the show.
I'll send him the
So,
link. I don't know if he's on the
with all of
socials.
that said, I don't know if I haven't seen much or heard much from Kevin on the socials in a while, so um, you can do that while I let the listeners know that The Princess Bride released on September 25th, 1987. It was directed by a gentleman named Rob Reiner. It was released by 20th Century Fox. It had a budget of $16 million and made 30.9 million at the box office.
Nice.
And if you have not seen and or want to rewatch said movie, it is available currently on the Disney Plus.
It is also based on the novel by William Goldman, which I have a beautiful copy of that is illustrated. If
I
you've not
have
read
that one
this-
too.
Really? If you have not read this, if you do not own this, I highly recommend you pick it up. This book weighs like 3 pounds. It's heavy.
It's so fun though.
It's beautiful. And it's a great book. I read it as a kid and I loved it.
Not the great book.
Not as a kid.
All right, people.
Fairy tale. I have a feeling I'm going to win this time.
Are we ready to see how much?
Yes, with the Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but it would be hard not to come up with a pretty close to accurate score for this movie. So yeah, Rotten Tomato scores. I have both the audience and the tomato meter, popcorn and tomato. So everybody has a chance to take a wild guess. Shanna, you haven't been here for a while. Would you like to go first?
What is their parameters again? Like, is it 4, like 1 through 10?
It's a percentage.
Okay.
0 to 100.
And the higher the
It's
score,
a
the better the
percentage.
movie.
Right.
I'm going to go 64.
Well, you get to pick the critic score and the audience score. So which one are you going with 64?
Critic score, I'm going to go 64. And then audience, I'm going to go 78.
Wow. Okay, maybe I'm not going to win. I really thought my ratings horror personality was going to pay off with this one because I do not see how on either this goes below 90 unless I'm insane. I'm going to say 91 for the critics and 90. Ooh, I'm trying to think what's the highest Rotten Tomatoes score I've seen. I'm probably still overshooting it. Okay, I'm going to go 91.
I've seen 100%.
I have never seen 100%. Okay. 91 and 90. What? What?
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. All right. 60, 91 and 97.
I don't agree with it,
That's what
but
I said.
neither of the two of you got either of the two scores right.
Okay, but was one of us close?
The popcorn meter, which is the audience meter, on 250,000 plus ratings was a 94%.
Okay, so I was 3 off.
The tomato meter on 84 reviews was 96%.
Ooh, wow, the critics liked it better.
I
At
was
least
way off.
Yeah, you really were. Samsonite, I was way off.
I'm having a day. Tell you what.
At least I was right with I tried to think about this and I was like, if this scores below 90%, I've lost all faith in humanity. Because I feel like this movie still holds up. So like I can't.
If this movie had scored less than 90% on either of the two meters, I would have had a chancy sized meltdown before I turned it over and let you guys guess what the damn scores were.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
this movie is fucking great.
I think the only thing that doesn't still hold up is the 8-bit video game intro. But for people our age, you know. I was like, we're gonna lose the kids immediately with the 8-bit. But other than that,
right?
Other than that, I feel like it's aged pretty well. Like, yeah. So
I think it's one of those movies that we loved as kids, and then we kind of lost track of our childhood. And then as adults, we were like, "Oh my god, I love that movie!" And then we just fell in love with it all over again.
Yeah, it's timeless. It's a classic. It's perfection. I'm showing my cards already, but spoiler alert, it will not be getting 3 out of 5 this time.
Evidently not. Go figure. I'd like to let the listeners.
Buddy, you are cutting out real bad. Casey, you're cutting out really bad.
That's because my Wi-Fi sucks.
Can you use your phone as a hotspot?
Are you ready? Yeah, my
I lost.
phone is shitty.
Okay, yes, I am ready to tell people what this movie is about. And if you haven't seen it and you don't know, shame on you. The Princess Bride is a fairy tale adventure about a beautiful young woman and her one true love. He must find her after a long separation and save her. They must battle the evils of the mythical kingdom of Florin to be reunited with each other. The end. There's way more than that. That was a terrible description.
Not really. I mean, it covers the umbrellaed version of the plot. And
I guess that's true.
under all of
Fair.
that is the little details that is, the rodents of unusual size and Miracle Max and
I don't think they exist.
hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. I am prepared to die.
I feel like Larry is about as close as a rodent of unusual size as it gets on Earth.
He's just the opposite.
And I want to start
Oh,
off by
Larry,
saying
Larry,
this
Larry.
movie, the cast is absolutely stacked.
Yes.
And it's all the who's who's before they were who's who's. And I love it.
I mean, Chris Sarandon was
Yeah.
having a pretty good time in the 80s. I mean,
Yeah.
he had Fright Night and Child's Play, and then we get him in this. And oh my God, I was so hot for Chris Sarandon. Oh my God. He was daddy, especially in Fright Night. Holy shit. It was so hot. Like, I would let him bite me and turn me. Ah.
Oh, Lord Jesus, fix it. ah, okay,
You know what I
well,
think? Sorry.
what?
I know we're going to talk about the cast, but I'm going to talk about one of the lesser knowns, but I have a reason. Christopher Guest plays the six-fingered man. I feel like Mr. and Mrs. Jamie Lee Curtis have a finger fetish. Because he's got 6 fingers in this movie. She's got hot dog fingers and anything everywhere all at once, or whatever it's called. Everything everywhere all at once. What is it with these two and fingers?
No comment.
I want to ask her what that 6 finger does for her. No, I don't.
It allows him to put 2 in the stink.
Fair. But
Or 3 or 3 in the
Hey.
pink.
he could just do the minivan though.
Yeah.
I mean, with an extra finger, I bet the
Oh,
minivan's real
Lord.
nice. But yeah, so many amazing
This
people.
is a cold Carl.
Exactly. I mean, and two of the most famous people in this movie are barely in it and they're disguised, and yet they still still the scene. I mean, Robin Wright and Carrie Elwes were pretty much unknowns. I think I
Well,
don't remember
if you
anything.
watch the opening credits, it literally said introducing
Right.
Robin Wright.
I think
So
Mandy Patinkin was still kind
it
of a
may not
theater.
necessarily have been her first.
Like, I would think of like the main cast, Chris Sarandon was probably the most famous, and Andre the Giant, but just because everybody knows who he is. But then you got Miracle
Yeah,
Max.
Yeah, I was going to say Billy Crystal.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Billy Crystal and what's her name? Carol. What's her name? Why did I just
Carol
blank on
Kane.
that? Carol Kane. Like, yeah, they're arguably the biggest stars in this movie, but they're disguised and they have like a 5-minute scene, but they still steal the movie.
If
I'm
even
not a
that.
rich wife. They're
Have
amazing.
fun storming the castle.
Humperdinck, 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 Humperdinck. I say, I'm not a witch, I'm your wife to George all the time.
I could say I'm not your wife, I'm a witch.
Fair enough. But then he'd have to say,
And
get
it
back,
would be
wife.
accurate.
You have to say, get back, wife, instead of get back, witch. So, obviously, this movie is one of the most quotable movies ever. And I know that we say that a lot, but I quote this movie a lot. And I especially quote Vizzini a lot. Like, you'd like to think that, wouldn't you? I say that all the time.
I like to say inconceivable a lot.
Oh, yeah. Inconceivable.
Yeah.
And am I going mad or did the word think escape your lips? He's so funny.
I mean,
His
he was
little
an
list was
ass.
adorable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ah.
literally, little mini Wallace Shawn talking that way to big ass freaking 500-pound Andre the Giant.
Right? Like he could flick you and knock you across the ocean.
Andre probably has bigger chunks of corn than Wallace Shawn.
Gross. Do you want me to send you back to where you were,
What?
unemployed in Greenland? This movie's so fucking quotable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it that amazing. Besides the fact that it's memorable and all of that, but
And baby
the freaking
Fred
quotes
I
Savage.
know. Oh, I loved him. Is this a
before the
kissing
Savage
book?
family went off the rails.
Yeah, Fred Savage was one of my biggest childhood crushes until that movie. Check the comments. Sorry. Until I saw Fred in that movie where he killed Candace Cameron, and then I was like, I don't think I like him anymore.
No one would tell.
Oh,
Yeah.
looky!
Kevin! Kevin! Kevin says, I hate this movie. 5 out of 10. Oh, liar! 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 He's a liar.
I remember. Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember 4 years ago. Kevin did not so much hate this fucking movie.
He hated us for not loving it as much as him.
Oh, he hate. Yeah, which is I think why he requested that we watch and discuss a certain movie about a freaking telekinetic tire. But
Robert. Okay, so can we talk about the unrealistic, like let's just get the unrealistic shit out of the way, because I know I'm not really supposed to focus on it. It's a fairy tale, it's an adventure story, like I get it, but I think for me,
So we're gonna talk about the whole movie, like the whole thing.
No, just one. I'm really going to talk about one particular thing, actually.
Yeah.
That even as a kid, I was like, ma'am? Okay, literally to quote Buttercup, with eyes like the sea after the storm. As she says, staring into his eyes and not recognizing him. She should have recognized him by voice alone. 5 years or not, you were betrothed to this man, okay? Like, you should have recognized his voice. It's just like the Superman thing. He puts on a little face mask and we're supposed to not know it's him. That mustache gives it away alone. Like, oh, Superman changes his hair and puts on some glasses and all of a sudden he's a different guy. Like, come on.
And why is he
the
always in the
mustache that
fucking
literally goes to
phone
the corner
booth?
of his mouth.
Yeah. What, Shannon?
Like, why is he always in the phone booth?
Right? That's where he
Like, what
changes clothes, and nobody sees him.
Like, what are you gonna do if there's someone in there making a call? Are you just gonna be like, "Excuse me, I have to change in my superhero costume"?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like that scene from Can't Hardly Wait with Jenna Elfman when she needs to
Yeah.
use the phone and he's on the phone with Barry Manilow.
I think my emergency is just a little bit bigger than yours. I like in Trading Places where the Clarence Beeks guy's in the phone booth and this lady comes up and is trying to get in there and he just looks at her he's like, fuck off. Kevin, he's in there calling sex hotlines. I don't think Superman needs to pay for sex. I mean, I'm gonna go on a limb and say he could get it on his own without help.
There is absolutely no way I would sleep with Superman. Like my back cannot be blown that caliber.
You don't want the speed of light powered sperm in your body?
Not even a little. Nope.
No, Kevin Clark could still get it. He just needed to fix his hair different. The glasses were hot. I'd have him take everything off but the glasses. Like, honestly, in Halloween, Bob and his glasses were so attractive to me. And that's when glasses weren't cool in the 70s, 80s, even 90s. Glasses weren't cool till like the late 2000s. So, yeah, Bob and his plastic aviators were so hot. So, Clark Kent could still get it.
I bet I would make him keep the tube socks on.
I would like him to keep the cape on. I know the tights can't stay on for obvious reasons, but
we're talking about Clark, not Superman.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Fair.
If Clark wore a cape, I'd be like, you gotta go. I can't.
Maybe just the glasses and the tie.
And the dress socks or tube socks.
Yes. Okay, so sorry. So that was one thing. Her literally talking about how striking his eyes are while she's looking directly into them and not knowing it's him. And then at the end, like, why is she just okay with riding off into the sunset with 2/3 of her kidnappers? She doesn't know at this point that Humperdinck hired them. She's just like, oh, hey, these guys just kidnapped me and tried to kill me. Yeah, let's go.
Because the Dread Pirate Roberts was there to save her.
I guess. I was like, she got Stockholm Syndrome already? Whatever.
Don't judge.
So the rest of it is unbelievable because it's a fantasy movie. It's a fantasy, it's a adventure movie, it's a fairy tale. Like, I get all that. Like, I'm not the ROUSs, obviously those are unbelievable, but that's a fantasy kind of movie deal. But her not recognizing him was just, they could have done that better.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
give
at
him a
least
full
Batman disguises his voice when he's Batman.
Batman.
Where is she?
And speaking of which, why does Bane sound like Sean Connery with a mask on?
He really does.
I was born in the dark. You just live in it. Like Yoda meets Sean Connery.
but needing some albuterol because he's like, it's like it's Darth Vader. Yeah. Kevin has 3 pet ROUSs. Your cats are not that unusually sized, are they? I don't feel like they are.
I feel like if anybody was going to have a portly pet, it would be Kevin because he loves them so much. He'd be like, I don't care it's your 94th treat. Here.
You might be in the 3rd percentile, but I still love you. Okay. The other one.
The tangents we go on.
I'm sure Casey has some questions for us, but I was going to say the other Wallace Shawn thing I say from this movie all the time, and I just say it randomly for no reason. The Cliffs of Insanity. Cliffs of Insanity. That's what I'm going to call my band.
That's what I'm going to call my fupa.
That is not a bad name for it.
Thank God.
I thought you were going to call it the Pit of Despair.
That's lower. That's if you find your way past the Cliffs of Insanity and find your way between in the valley. That is the Pits of Despair.
Oh, speaking of that, sorry. One other thing. Why the fuck did Buttercup throw herself down that hill? She could have just slid down on her ass. She literally pushed him, watched him tumble seemingly to his death, and then she just throws herself after him. Like, girl, scoot down on your butt. You can slide down that hill.
As you wish.
And all of a sudden, she knows it's him. Like, I get it's because he said "as you wish," but like Dread Pirate Roberts could have easily heard that from Wesley. Yeah. She dumb. That's why she was a poor farm girl.
Yeah.
She wanted the trauma bond. She's like, if he's gonna break some limbs, I'm gonna break some too.
Oh my god.
We'll heal together.
I think they trauma bonded in the fire swamp, though. That's what I call my vagina.
The fire swamp. You might want to look into some ointment.
My doctor says everything's
Yeah, I
fine.
get that. They have antibiotics for that.
You feel the heat coming from that undercarriage?
Got to get your friction on.
Nope.
Okay, Casey, do you actually have topics for us to discuss, or we're just going to keep fireballing it, spitballing it?
This is typically what happens when I join the fray.
If it ain't broke,
Yes.
It ain't broke. Don't freaking fix it. And why in the blue hell have we not brought up the fact that why is Kevin just commenting? Why haven't we just sent Kevin a link and had Kevin join us?
He might be busy.
Kevin, you want to join?
If you're not busy, you're more than welcome to join us, bud.
Come join the haberdashery.
He said he was getting his order taken. I'm guessing he got food, and I wouldn't blame you for passing us to eat food.
Yet here I am. And next to me is fried pickle dip and potato chips. And I really want them. So whenever you see me go on mute, it's because I needed a bite.
I'm really hungry now. And my gummy's about to kick in, so I'm only going to get hungrier.
Mine already kicked in, which is why I'm like, what do I have to eat? I got really smart and just created snack bins based on salty and savory. So that way I don't have to get up. I can just bring the bin in, and then whatever I want is in there, and I don't have to get up.
Nice. Casey, send him the link, and if he wants to join, he can.
Also, if you can't join, at least tell us what you're eating.
Oh yeah, true. Can we talk about the cliffs of insanity? No, the quicksand. This movie is why we were all so scared of quicksand. I really thought quicksand was going to be a problem for me my entire life. Never once have I encountered quicksand.
I feel like this and Neverending Story really hyped it up.
Yes. Like,
fuck the sadness of the swamps.
Yeah. I mean,
and I also kind of felt like people giving me drugs in my Halloween candy was way overhyped too.
Right? Like, it's so funny that we believed they would do that. And now I'm like,
now as adults, we pay for our own weed candy, and we're like, I'm not giving that out at Halloween.
Well, no, but it's like, do you know how much just pot costs? I ain't giving that shit to little kids. I paid for it. It's mine.
Yeah.
Like, we are not giving our acid to your children. But like, my mom wouldn't let us get those little, tattoo things out of the machines. She's like, no, they're laced with acid. I'm like, and we couldn't eat red M&Ms because they give you cancer. While my mom smoked 2 packs a day.
My parents always took us to get our Halloween candy X-rayed.
Wow.
What? Wait, X-ray?
Who X-ray? Yeah, who X-rays Halloween candy?
The military bases. They offered it as a free service, so like you could bring your Halloween candy in and get it X-rayed. So like
I am surprised my parents never made us do that. Interesting.
And you could like see if there were razor blades in it or.
Fun fact about that, because Halloween 2 obviously is what scared me of that, and my mom was always telling us there could be razor blades in your candy. Fun fact about that was always an urban legend. It never happened. Mythbusters did a whole thing about it, and the first time that was documented that anybody had ever tampered with Halloween candy ended up being a father who poisoned his own daughters, but tried to pass it off as them being poisoned by somebody with their Halloween candy.
That's kind of brilliant.
Objectively, yes, it is. But it's just funny how we all grew up thinking there's going to be razor blades in our Halloween candy. And it's like, who starts? I mean, it's an urban legend, just like so many others. Like, who starts that? Because it never actually happened.
I'm
Now,
adding
Kita,
that to my dossier of ways to take someone out.
you should. But it
Urban
has to be someone.
legends, light bright pigs.
It has to be someone that trusts you, because I don't think I would take a piece of candy from a random stranger, especially if they're in a white van.
I'd make them show me the candy first before I
That's
got
the
it.
perfect time to do it. White van with no windows?
Exactly.
Take them out and call it self-defense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, any kidnapper would have a real difficult time with me. Because I'm not portable in any way. Like, all I got to do is, like, get down on the ground and be like, now what?
And even if you were, they probably want to throw you out of the van in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, what made you pick me?
Have I told you I can fart on cue? And I can sing the alphabet song forwards and backwards with no problems. Here we go.
Want to know what my favorite song is? It's a song that never ends. Are you ready? Here we go.
Exactly. They would just trank you and
Oh, jeez.
use you what they were going to use you for.
They got to
You
find
might
it
enjoy
first.
that though.
Fair. Um,
We are way off topic.
yeah. Kevin lost the. Oh, you're in a diner. Ooh, nice. All right, I'll resend you the link if you want to keep watching, but he can't join us. Man, I'm hungry. Okay. Was there anything anybody else didn't like about this movie?
First of all, if there's anything that anybody didn't like about this movie, I'm going to be reevaluating our friendship because there's nothing to hate about this movie.
Well, I wouldn't say those things were things I wouldn't say it made me not like the movie. I just thought it was really, really teetering on the edge of reality, and not in a good way. Kevin says, "What movie? What?
He
What?"
probably didn't catch what movie we were talking about.
He knows we're talking about The Princess
Kev-
Bride.
Kevin, do you not remember the fact that Kevin is a smartass?
Oh, he thought. Okay, yeah, I know. Through text, it's really hard to get tone. So I was always jealous of Robin Wright's hair in this movie.
Because it was long and flowing.
And the cascading waves, like the curls at the end, yeah, okay, but like earlier in the movie when she's just got these beautiful, just like perfect, like look like ocean waves. Like, how did they do that?
And her wardrobe. I loved her wardrobe.
Out of Aquanet.
I low key wish we still dressed like that, like in beautiful bejeweled gowns and had. Why don't we have daggers anymore? Like beautiful, just glowing daggers with jewels on the handle. Like such a fucking classy way to take someone out.
I'm going to say police and airport security.
I mean, people just evolved to guns, unfortunately,
Yeah.
and hunting knives.
And when you say, why don't we dress like, why can't you? Wear whatever you want.
I used to go to medieval fairs and dress up.
I absolutely love getting dressed up and going to Aldi. Because people think you're insane and they don't talk to you. Like my defense mechanism.
Fair enough.
I wore an evening gown to Walmart once. That was a good time.
Amanda wore an evening.
For people who didn't understand that, I wore an evening gown on last week's show.
Nice.
For bridesmaids.
There's something, I dress whatever I want. Like if I'm in Walgreens at 4:00 on a Friday in my pajama pants, guess what? I'm in my pajama pants.
Heck yeah.
If I'm there without a bra on, guess what? I don't got a bra on.
I think I'm going to start wearing this crown everywhere.
I think you should.
It's beautiful. I don't know if people can really see it.
I kind of feel like I need a tiara in my life now, just to like wear, just for fun. Like I would just walk around my house in it.
I have bejeweled cat ears I wear sometimes.
Like I feel like I'm gonna get a tiara and I'm gonna wear it for my next team meeting.
And then you had to visit HR, and you can just say they told me to dress for the job I want, not the job I have.
I find it really interesting that the last 3 companies that I've worked for did not have a designated HR department until I started.
Yeah, you might want to talk to
Tone
them
it down.
there. Love you too, Kevin. Glad you're here to help revisit The Princess Bride.
What are you eating at the diner?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
We need an update on the food that you will be consuming, sir.
Because that may
We
play
are.
into what I consume once I'm done.
I'm a
with this
fat person. The other 2 are not fat people.
Yes, I
and
am.
Fat people need to know.
I'm a fat people. I'm okay
Oh
with
no,
that.
I got
Casey
yelled at
has-
for referring to Amanda as a fat person the other day, a couple weeks
Casey
ago.
has PTSD because he called me fat the other day, and I snapped at him.
Oh, I don't care. You're not telling me anything I don't already know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I am festively plump, damn it.
Whenever someone says something negative about me, I just say your mama and
Yeah.
move on. And they look at me like I'm criminally insane.
It's because only Gen X knows that. And when you say it to younger people, they're like, when you say about my mom, I'm going to cry. I need a safe room.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Kevin's a millennial. We might need to calm down. Although it's really not millennials. It's Gen Z. They're the big fat babies.
Fried mushrooms in a sandwich with
A weird name that has chicken, roasted red peppers, pesto mayo, mozzarella cheese, and grilled spinach.
That sounds really good.
I think I want
damn you, Kevin.
I want some sourdough toast that's buttered and toasted, and I want some burrata cheese on it.
I want a cheeseburger.
Ooh, I have tenderloins in my freezer. I can make a tenderloin with some mustard and some pickle and some thin sliced red onion.
Ooh, I could really eat some steak fingers and some gravy. I should go to Dairy Queen. Anyway.
Back out of this rabbit hole that we've dove into, like the Wesley diving into the quicksand in the fire swamp.
Yeah.
Not the fire swamp.
Let's go.
Not saying I want to build a summer house here, but the trees are quite lovely.
I know this is going to be a deep rabbit hole to go down, but what does everybody love about this movie?
I love that for however long the movie runs, like everything in my life that sucks just doesn't exist, and I can lose myself in this movie and just enjoy it. And because it's one of those movies you can just let go of all of your problems and just watch for entertainment, and you just forget who and where you are for that time. And I love that. It's just nostalgia and like memories and my childhood. Like I can't think of one bad thing that's happened while watching The Princess Bride, like ever.
It really does transport you. Like you really do feel like you've been like just taken to this other time and place. And yeah, it's like that is one of the best things about this movie is just like the way it immediately sucks you in and just like you're right in the middle of this beautiful fantasy fairy tale with heroes and villains and
Princesses
and underdogs and yeah, and it's just like yeah, you really do. It does definitely suck you in.
And the characters, even the bad guys, are just so lovable.
Yeah.
Like even though I love Inigo and I love Fezzik and
I love Fezzik.
I just want to give him the biggest hug. Like, he's so sweet.
My
That's pretty lady.
Like, yeah. Hello, lady. Love when he says that. Like,
Uh,
I brought 4 in case we find a lady. Hello, lady. Speaking of that part, do you think that Andre the Giant could really ride a regular horse? I feel like that was also unrealistic.
yeah, because he like is the size of the horse.
Get him on a Clydesdale at least.
Yeah. Or a dragon.
Oh yeah. The dragon from Shrek. I love
The
that dragon.
dronkies.
Yes, so beautiful.
I want a dronky.
Yeah, even it's kind of funny, even the bad guys, like the six-fingered man, he's so polite while he is about to, you know, enact this torture on Wesley. He's so professional and all, and he does that and he just watches with this like satisfied look, but not like he's enjoying it too much. Like he's still very much being a professional, but you can like see in his eyes, he's like, that look Wednesday Addams does with her eyes when she electrocutes Pugsley. She's like, I feel like
Uh-huh.
he was hiding that. But even he's like charming. It's like, remember, this is for posterity, so please be honest. How do you feel? Kevin says, acting, line delivery, intentional cheese, the template it's in, a storybook, quotable, hilarious, and so much more. Yes, yes to all of that. There is just not a bad thing to say about this movie. There really isn't. And I think when we reviewed it before, like I said, we
And
were...
if there is, like I said,
Go away.
we were trying to be too fucking professional with our
We were.
review.
We were trying to be up on our high horses. Let's just call it what it is. We were trying to be distinguished film critics. And even then, it's still not a 3 out of 5. So we're stupid. We stand corrected. This movie is amazing. All of it. Just all of it.
So much fun.
I love
2 out of 5.
when Wesley's like they're giving him the stuff to make him better, and Fezzik's like moving his head between them while they're
Uh-huh. It's just so everything about it for the time that it came out was so fucking clever.
It's so witty. Yeah, the dialogue is crazy witty for a movie like this. Like you expect a little wit, but you expect it, like how Humperdinck is, where he's like, unless I am wrong, and I am never wrong, or if she is otherwise when I find her, I shall be very put out. Like he is very, even though he gives Lord Farquaad vibes, like we said, he's very like the huffy puffy prince that you expect in a story like this. So he's being he's overdoing it, but it works.
Yep.
But even besides that, they're like Wesley, him and Inigo are just so witty. I love it.
You have my word as a Spaniard.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who tells you any different is trying to sell something.
I will not. I give you my word as a Spaniard. I will not kill you until you get to the top.
Won't work. I've known too many Spaniards. I do love that he lets him get up there and lets him rest. Like, it's so funny. Like, he could have just pushed him off the cliff and ended it. Kevin says, I love how it's a movie.
I love how it's a movie that many people have likely watched. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I love that it's a movie that many people have likely not watched because of the name, but those who just watched it got rewarded with a life of joy. Very true. Very true. It's like, where have you been?
And I feel like this is one of those movies, like,
Under a
it's
rock.
hard for us at our age to get people that in their 20s to watch a movie from our childhood because it's stupid. It's really old. Like, the special effects are dumb. But this is one of those ones, like, if I had one chance to get a 20-year-old to enjoy a movie from my childhood, this would be my go-to.
I could see that. Yeah,
So,
I would probably...
the $50 million question, Shan. Have you made Jody watch this movie?
I did not have to make her. She had heard about it on TikTok, and she's like, "Hey, have you ever seen The Princess Bride?" And I'm like, "Have I?" Like, I have never been so excited in a moment in my life.
You never tried to have her watch it before that?
I have tried to have her watch all sorts of things, and I just gave up because I'd rather just watch it by myself and enjoy it than have her sit there huffing because she's bored. And she's like, "Do you mind if I like play on my Switch while I watch this?" No, watch the fucking movie.
Yeah. See, I'm glad that you had that experience too, because that happened with me and Abby. There's only like, I think maybe one or two movies, I can't remember what they are, that everything else she would just act so bored. And it's like, like, okay, I love you, Jennifer. I love Jennifer and Steven and the whole Higgins crew, but Jennifer is always talking about how much her kids like her movies and like her music and all this stuff. And I'm like, your kids are unicorns, because most kids are not watching the same shit their parents watch, even when you try to force them.
Yep.
I'm like, Abby, why can't you just love this movie like I do and we can bond over it? No.
And the more you try to force it, the more they dig in that they hate it.
Yeah.
Just because you can't. I mean, it could turn into her favorite movie of all time, but she would hate it because I liked it and I made her watch it. And it's easier just to admit she hates it than to admit that I was right. And then I'll catch her, like, if I'm watching something, she'll sit down and start watching it with me because she knows she likes it, but she can't admit it.
Yes. I've had to do that with Abby too.
I loved Rubber.
Because it's not a good movie?
I loved it because I went into it knowing what it was and appreciated it for what it was, instead of requiring that it be this cinematic masterpiece. I knew that I was watching a fucking piece of garbage, and I was like, this is the best piece of garbage ever. And I loved it. 10 out of 10.
I appreciate it as a comedy.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I know it's not supposed to be comedy. I know it's supposed to be scary, but it's really not. They try to make this sentient tire very introspective and in love and like all these feelings, but then he's just, exploding birds and
people's heads,
exploding men's heads off, and like, oh, okay. Kevin says, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a comedy. I thought
it's like a horror comedy, like
yeah,
Dead and Breakfast.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you guys ever seen Dead and Breakfast?
A long time ago. I don't really remember it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, but I have been getting into some weird movies like that now, like Aqua Slash, which I've talked about for a while, but also I watched one, I think it was on Tubi, and I think it's just called Sand. Oh, Kevin, you haven't seen Chopping Mall? I had to make Casey watch it too. It's okay.
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen Chopping Mall?
I have not.
I don't understand what is happening with the people that I love right now. Stop it.
Literally, Amanda knows what I'm talking about.
Yes. Shana, can we watch Chopping Mall tonight?
Yes.
I think it's still on Shudder. I'll give you my Shudder login.
Okay.
Velocipaster Kevin is also really funny. Zombievers. Okay, but back to the movie I was talking about. So I want to say it's called Sand. I'm gonna have to find it. I told Casey about it, but basically it's like, I don't know if you ever saw Creepshow 2, where like they're in the lake and there's like that substance that's like following them around and like kills them. This movie is like that. It's like something in the sand that like kills you, and these kids are stuck on a beach with just their car and like a lifeguard tower, and they're getting eaten by the sand. It was so terrible, but it was really cool. And Aqua Slash gives you boobs, so you can at least watch for that. Chopping Mall also gives you boobs. So Kevin wants to watch Chopping Mall. Okay, we got to figure out a way. Actually, we can do that on StreamYard. That might
be
it.
Party?
Yes. We'd have to watch it on our computers or our phones, not the TV. Yeah. But we did that.
That's how we watched that hot garbage D. Snyder movie.
Strangeland. Okay, Strangeland was worse than Rubber. Would you not agree? You don't agree? Okay, well. No, Strangeland was worse than Rubber.
I did not enjoy both of them,
Did you enjoy either of
but
them?
yeah, uh, aspects of Rubber. Yes, I would be willing to revisit Rubber on an evening at the movies before we revisit Strangeland.
Well, the problem is you
Oh
gotta be
wait,
on some kind of
that was
substance.
already done for that was already done for video. We don't have to redo Strangeland.
Oh, well, you're never redoing Strangeland.
No.
Casey's hatred of rubber Loki brings me joy. Oh, that's funny. Um.
I'm glad I can bring you pleasure, Kevin.
Anyway,
That was awkward.
that joke
So,
told itself. I didn't need to say. Sorry.
yeah,
Shall we do our top fives and then give our reviews, or should we do reviews first?
yeah. Would you like to explain the whole premise of the top fives in case there are
I
people
would.
here that haven't listened and
Since
don't know what we're talking about?
since my podcast, The Sip List, is on a very extended hiatus, we brought a piece of the Sip List to an evening at the movies. So every week, Casey and I and our guest, if we have one, decide on a movie, and we each pick our own top five that relates to the movie. So you can come up with whatever idea you want as long as it somehow ties into the movie that we're reviewing. And then we just go through them real quick. So um, we don't share them with each other, but if we end up doing the same top five, that's fine. But the idea is for each of us to kind of have our own take on this movie in the top five. So there you go.
I think on a fun twist of it, like with each of our lists, the people that did not create the list have to come up with one that they would add to it.
That's not a bad idea because actually sometimes we have tried to do each other's top fives on the fly. That's a good idea, Shanna. Let's try it. Do you want to go first, Shanna, or you want me to go first? Or do you
I
want
will
Casey
go
to
first. I will pop that cherry.
All right.
I am going to create my top 5 list of
Group.
favorite movies from my childhood.
Ooh, good one. Okay.
So, in no particular order, I'm going to go Land Before Time.
Yes.
I'm going Home Alone.
Uh-huh.
I am going Teen Witch,
Mm.
Hocus Pocus, and Princess Bride.
Ooh. I think I would probably
Come on.
add what? I think I would probably add either Gremlins or Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Casey, what would you add? Earth to Casey.
Him's pondering.
I'm thinking. No, I could. The ones I would have added, Amanda freaking stole. So
Oh. I can think of a big one that you're missing, but it may or may not make an appearance on my top five, so we can wait for it if you want. One of my top five will be the movie
okay.
Casey would pick. He just can't think of it right now. Oh, Shanna, did you? If you didn't, it's okay. But
So
did
I'm a
you have any
blonde.
honorable
Oh no, wait,
mentions?
that's you.
Honorable mentions. The Care Bear movie.
Oh yeah, good one. So I did. I guess if we're gonna try to add one, we probably shouldn't do honorable mentions. I'll just do like two. But my top five I decided on are top five adventure movies, and I kept them all live action just because if you add an animated, there's way too many. The two that didn't make the list that I really wanted to, but just couldn't exclude anything else, was Raiders of the Lost Ark and Labyrinth. But my top five adventure movies, number five is Romancing the Stone. That's a movie I've loved since my childhood too. And of course, as you get older and you understand some of the jokes better, it's way more funny. Number 4 is National Treasure. Um, that's in George's top 5 favorite movies of all time. He loves that movie, and yeah,
It
it's
is
so
a good
much
one.
fun. Who wouldn't want to go on that adventure, without the murdering and stuff? But
Right.
number 3, I had to do a tie because I could not leave either one of these off the list, so they're tied. The first one is Neverending Story,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is the movie Casey should have been thinking of, The Goonies.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you
Yeah,
looking at me like that? I know Goonies is one of your favorite childhood movies. Okay. My number 2 is
absolutely. I would put it in top 5.
yeah. My number 2 is The Princess Bride, and my number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like it.
Pirates of the Caribbean's a top 20 movie for me. It's so much fun no matter what part it's on. If it's on, I can watch it. And it's another one of those movies I just get lost in, like this one.
Mm.
Like I really feel like I've just been transported to this, time of piracy and all this. Just I don't know. It's just so cool. I can't get enough of that movie. So, do you guys have any you would add?
I do.
Okay.
Cute Shana talking about cat pee.
I would add Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. That's
Okay.
another one of those ones that I can get lost in. I mean, the whole trilogy is amazing, but that is the one that started it all. So I remember watching it the first time. I rented it from Hollywood Video
Oh,
and I brought it home, and my mom and I watched it, and we watched it again and again.
nice. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep during the first Lord of the Rings, and I've never tried to watch them again.
Ugh.
George watched them not too long ago on the plane. He flies so much now that he's picking like series and movies to watch. He watched the entire Harry Potter series on the plane, and then Lord of the Rings. So and he liked it, but he kind of agrees I probably wouldn't like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it for what
Lord
it
of the
is.
Rings is not everybody's cup of tea.
I tried. I gave it a shot. Casey, do you have any that you would add? I feel like I know what Casey's going to say. Let's see if I do.
What?
For a movie that you would add to my list.
Um. Well, for me, as far as adventure movies go, it I'm gonna go Spaceballs. Just
Okay.
because
Yeah. That's a good
it's
one.
a
I didn't even think
little.
of
Well, I was gonna go Star Wars, but then I thought that was more war than it was anything. But then
that. Well,
you
I
stop
feel
and
like that's
think,
more sci-fi. So but yeah, it's a broad term, adventure. So it could be anything. I just didn't go that route, but Spaceball's a good one. I'm surprised neither of you said Jumanji. That
so
was the other big one I left off that I had a hard time leaving off. And then The Mummy and Hook were my other ones. So, all right, Casey, what's your top 5?
both good. I have, and I stole it from the end of the movie. Thank you, Peter Falk, Grandpa. Top
Yes, you.
5 most passionate kisses.
Oh, okay. I actually thought of that when he said that. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Just movies or
That's actually not. Yeah, I just went with movies. It's actually not the original top 5 I had, but then I got to the end of the movie and he said that line, and I was like, how can I not? That's the easy go
yeah.
to for the top 5 list.
That
So,
kiss wasn't passionate
um,
though. It was sweet and innocent. It was on its way to passionate, but it was still at first base.
true. Which is why Wesley and Buttercup will be number 5 on my list. Followed by number 4, the costume ball in Romeo and Juliet.
Mm.
Followed by Upside Down Spider-Man. And then we have the toss-up. What's going to be number 2? What's going to be number 1? Number 2, I'm going to go with the infamous pottery scene from Ghost.
Yeah.
And number 1, and I think about this scene, and all I hear is Adam Levine singing "She Will Be Loved" in the background. The Notebook.
Why would
Need
you
I
hear
say
that
more?
song?
The MTV Movie Awards.
Oh. Okay, I would. Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about in the actual Notebook. I was like, what?
No, no, it's when they win the Best Kiss award at the MTV Movie Awards, and the video has that
Yeah, yeah,
song played.
yeah. I got it.
So, so, oh shit, I'm falling behind on my messages. Top 5 episodes of your shows I've been on. Coraline,
Okay, you
Rubber,
have to read it so people can hear you, dude.
the simplest.
Kevin is saying the top 5 episodes of this show that he or our shows on. Coraline, Rubber, The Sip List Anniversary, Evening at the Movies Anniversary, and Midsummer. Yeah, missed me with Midsummer.
So what would you add to Casey's list?
Midsummer was a classic.
I would add, and I don't know why, but this is just the first one that popped into my head, and I think it's because I saw it when I was a teenager, and I was like, I want somebody to love me like that. Is in Robin Hood, when Robin Hood and Maid Marian, when he says, "I would die for you," and he runs to her, and they both get on their knees, and then they just have this like beautiful kiss. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that's a good
oh,
one.
it just right in the heart every time. The way he says that, "I would die for you," I'm like, oh. That was a passionate kiss. That was very
But
like, yeah.
and by the way, not to interrupt Amanda, but that Rubber remake that Kevin made for me was freaking Chef's Kiss priceless.
Yes, very much, very much. Oh my god. My addition to Casey's list is the sex scene in Team America World Police.
Oh my god.
Shana, what would you add?
I would do the kissing scene from Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock after they
Mm,
you know jump the track and
yeah, definitely. That's a good one too.
that makes my upper lip sweat.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing with like Robin Hood. I think it's because it's right after this huge like climax, pun intended, of a scene,
Uh,
and all the adrenaline is rushing because you almost just died, and then you realize you're gonna live, and it's just like,
exactly. It's like the people jerking off on the plane that's going to crash.
what?
Oh my god. I believe the phrase you're looking for is anyway.
You would have to time that extremely well.
Well, it's like I can't remember where I heard it, but they were telling this story about how this plane was going to go down and all the dudes started just jerking it on the plane to like distract themselves. So everybody's like beating it on the plane and then it ends up not going down and it's like a really awkward landing.
It's like in Almost Famous when they think their plane's crashing and they all start admitting stuff, and the one guy's like, "I'm gay," and then the plane doesn't crash, and they're just all like, "Oh."
It's really awkward.
All right, reviews time. Shanna.
I'm giving this a 12 out of
I
10. 12 out of 10. Like, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It doesn't matter what I'm going through in life, how sad I am, how happy I am. I can turn this movie on and just, for that hour and a half, lose myself in laughter and happiness and just forget everything that's going wrong in the world. So it's 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10 rodents of unusual size.
Nice. Good one. You know what? I'm gonna
All
echo.
right.
I'm gonna echo Shanna's
It's
12
the
out of
moment
12.
of truth.
Yeah, or 12 out of 10. I'm echoing Shanna's 12 out of 10. It gets all the stars, all the ratings, all the love. It's just, yeah, it's this amazing adventure. It's fantasy. It's fairy tale. It's love and passion and bravery and just everything. Like
Danger.
danger, danger, Will Robinson. So yeah, I'm gonna give it
Not
12 out of
danger.
10 bejeweled daggers because I really want one.
I'll like bedazzle a butter knife for you.
I bet you would.
No, it's got to be sharp and shiny. That's how I like my dicks too.
No,
Sharp
because
and shiny?
if it's sharp, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Put a rubber tip on it.
That's what she said.
Good one. Well played. Well played, man.
You can't do that to her when she has something in her mouth.
No. That's what she said.
Little hair tug here,
Oh,
nibble neck grab there.
Okay, so
oh dear Lord.
I do have to say that I almost died because of that happening to me once. Like for real.
Oh yeah, you can't breathe.
I was at Sonic with my college boyfriend and I was drinking my milkshake and he said something that made me laugh so hard I aspirated my milkshake and could not breathe and was throwing up and choking outside the car
Oh,
and they were literally on the phone with 911 when I finally was like, no, I think I'm going to be okay.
I thought you meant when I said someone grabbing the back
I
of
was gonna say,
your head.
Oh.
And you're like, I almost died from that once. I'm like, I know. It's dangerous. You can't breathe. And you're like, I was at Sonic and I was like, well, this is taking a twist.
It's called a job
I'm
for a
with
reason.
Shanna on that one. I thought you were referring to, yeah.
Going to you had your own snack wrap.
Yep. I know they say sororities
Oh
are just
dear
about
Lord.
blowjobs. Not true. All right, Casey.
All right. So I'm going 15 out of 15. And I don't care. Um, again, I know Amanda's apologized for the previous rating. I will second that, and I will apologize for our previous rating. Um, but there's absolutely, in my opinion, nothing to hate about this movie. Things that might be, like Amanda said, a little unrealistic, but it's still a very enjoyable movie from our childhood that, like Shanna said, you can put on and for an hour and a half, forget about everything and just laugh and be happy and forget all your cares in the world and just enjoy yourself.
Yep.
And it's one of those movies that when you watch it for an hour and a half, there's a good chance at the end of that hour and a half that when you get back to the main page on Disney Plus, you'll just hit, start over and just watch it for another 90 minutes again because it's that good of a freaking movie. I mean, it's
And it's
well
a good
written, it's well
background movie
directed.
too.
It is.
Yeah, the cast is freaking amazing from top to bottom, whether you're Carrie Elways and Robin Wright or whether you're, Billy Crystal and Carol Kane, who
Yeah.
are literally in the movie for less than 5 minutes.
Don't
It's
forget Daddy
an incredible
Chris.
movie. It's enjoyable. Uh-huh. The whole I said the whole thing. Wrapped it all up in a nice little pink bow. We'll go 15 out of 15 though. Um 8-bit video games.
Nice. Iocane.
So,
I bet my life on it. He's so pompous. It's so ridiculous. Total
oh,
Lord Farquaad.
by the by the way, I have a surprise for both of you.
Oh. Kevin!
Kevin!
Total Lord Farquaad.
By the
Oh, he's on his PC, but he's listening to us on his phone. So it's behind. Hello. Kevin.
Oh shit! Hold on a sec. You were coming out of the wrong speaker. Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
How are
That's
you?
what she said.
I'm good. Long time no see. Nice to see y'all's.
Nice to hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I'd have my camera on, but I just
Yeah.
literally sprinted downstairs.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet your mole. Mole.
3 out of 5.
We don't sprint anywhere.
I rated
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
It was a mistake. We know.
That's my
Yeah.
rating. That's my
Whatever.
rating now. We're swapping. We're swapping.
That's fine. We'll give it
Ah,
what it deserves.
We're,
We
we're
were
never going to
crazy.
live that down.
We
30
should
years from
never
now
live that
on-
down.
I gotta run, guys.
I
My land's
agree.
here to mow the lawn, and it's gonna get real loud. You won't be able to hear me.
Okay. I'm going to message you guys about Chopping Mall.
Okay, love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye
Love
bye,
you,
Shana. Love you. Bye.
right.
Shana's ready to go play with Larry. That's what's going on.
Well, yeah, that too. So, what were your reasonings behind your 3 out of 5, Mr. Stoner?
I think the reasonings behind my 3 out of 5 are obvious. To be a cocky piece of shit.
Touche. Well, is there
Well, I
anything
mean,
you'd like to say about this movie, Kevin?
Um, it's a movie I didn't see until I was too old because I probably heard the name, and like I said, that's one of the reasons I like it, even though it was something that held me away from it for so long.
Yeah.
But it's a movie that just lives with you rent free your entire life.
Mhm.
Like even if it's been years, somebody will say something, it'll just instantly pop in your head. It's just
Yep.
it's a masterpiece of a film that's so perfectly put together. Like I said, the intentional cheese behind it all is so
Mhm.
well executed.
Yeah. And Chris Sarandon and Andre the Giant nail it with the intentional cheese.
Yup.
I mean, they all do, but I feel like those two are like the cheesiest. But I love it. And the albino guy.
Mhm.
His facial expressions, he barely has any lines, but his facial expressions are so perfect.
I know, and just to think that he was in agony that entire time, like physical agony from the costuming.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
That's-
like apparently like he was like I forgot exactly what the details were, but when during all of that filming, he was essentially in hell.
Huh. I wonder if Billy Crystal and Carol Kane had that problem too, because they were made up really, really well.
It wasn't exactly because of the makeup, if I remember right. I wish I am not ready. But it's
Like the outfit, maybe.
it was something with his eyes. Something was irritating his eyes or something, if I remember right.
Oh. Well, it did help because when
That
Wesley's
would make
like,
sense.
I could live with torture, and the way his eyes and he shakes his head and looks at him, like whatever it was working for him because his eyes make that look.
Yeah, they like
so
pop
funny.
out.
Yeah, like popping out. He was like shaking his head. He was like, yeah, such a good movie. I'm glad I watched it again because I haven't seen it in a while. But I feel like I have because I quote it all the time. So
Exactly.
marriage.
I haven't watched it since the last time I watched it for this show.
Really? I don't know that I've
Same.
intentionally sat down and watched it since then, but it's been on TV so many times that I've seen, like, yeah, a lot of it.
I don't watch
Snip it
TV.
here,
I watch
snip there.
streaming.
Oh, true. Well, I just a lot of times, like especially if sports are about to be on, and I know that I don't have like a lot of time to watch, or if it's just like in between stuff, because we have YouTube TV, so I'll flip through the channels and see what's on, and like,
Nice.
oh, Princess Bride, 45 minutes in, sounds good to me. Let's go.
4 minutes left of the movie. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not over. It's not over till Grandpa says "as you wish."
Yep.
Exactly. So,
All right. Well, Kevin,
well,
now you
I
have to come back to an evening at the movies again.
Well, absolutely. And gotta pull something out of hiatus.
I know. I need to. I really. It just. I think maybe after our house is ready, I will have like, I'll have more time. Or maybe once I'm done getting our house ready for sale. Like I had a stager come the other day. Comes with my realtor contract, and man, there's a lot of stuff I got to do to my house, but it makes a difference because like
Yeah.
there's like 8 houses in my neighborhood for sale right now. So, and we're already listing it lower than what we had intended to. So we got to get what we can get. So
I'm sitting
got a
over here
lot.
nodding like I'm on camera.
I can hear it. Yeah, I totally got it. But I really hope the SIP list will return, but I can't make any promises as to when. So
Yeah. And I need to I'm probably gonna do a whole revamp of the SipLibs app
nice.
because
Well,
I made that forever ago.
true. Well, it doesn't work anymore, but
Well, it could
you're
work if I just did a couple things, but I just haven't done that.
well, yeah. I mean, again, I'm not doing it right now, but also, I would not expect you to spend your time doing that, although it was a pretty dope invention.
No, I want it working again.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I want to show it to people sometimes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't fixed that yet. Shit.
Yeah. Look at what I did. You too can create your own Mad Libs, and you'll never run out of paper. Like when you get the ones on paper and you do all 12 of them, and then you're done.
Yup.
You can do this to your heart's desire. Oh, hey, my dad's here at the end. He said the SIP list rules. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Or it did. And it will again.
Well, so does an evening at the movies.
Very true. And
Yeah,
at least
right.
for now, we get a
So-
tiny piece of the SIP list in here. So
I know, that's why I was excited. I was like, yay, it's like both at once. I'm so happy.
it's like 2 chicks at the same time.
So before I go into the conclusion, Kevin, see that case there? That's almost
Yes?
75% full of nothing but A24 movies.
Oh God, I'm so glad that we got you on that train.
You
That's
really
such-
did.
I swear to God, I have an addiction, and
It's really easy to have addiction. There's so many good films in that.
We might have to stage an intervention with
There-
Casey.
there really is.
If that intervention is making him give me all those, then yes, I appreciate it.
I mean, yeah,
There
the
may
first
be
thing an
movies
addict's
in
gotta
there
do
that
is
I'm
get
sure,
rid of stuff.
Oh my God.
and I'm sure
Have you
there are
watched-
probably movies in that case that you haven't seen yet.
Have you watched The Death of Dick Long yet?
No, but now I'm intrigued.
No,
Do you have a long
it
Don't.
name?
actually is.
Don't.
It's
Oh,
it's
don't.
actually in
Oh.
my cart on Amazon because
It's made
this
from
addiction.
Yeah, I feel that. It's made from half of the two people made Everything Everywhere All at Once. Half of one of those two people, one of the Daniels made that movie, and no comment. it's,
Oh no.
it's an experience of a film, but oh my God.
It can't be worse than this movie I bought at a horror con, The Masturbating Gunman.
That sounds amazing.
It's insane. I can send you the DVD if you really want.
You.
Kevin, you missed earlier. I made a reference to Everything Everywhere All at Once because
Yeah.
of Christopher Guest, because he's Jamie Lee Curtis's husband. I was like, what is it with this family and fingers? He's got 6 fingers. She's got hot dog fingers. Like, what's happening?
I didn't know that. That's great. That's funny.
Yeah. And they're still married, which is impressive.
Nice. Yeah, that is impressive. This day and
Probably
age.
probably because he doesn't have much.
40
of a
some
career
odd years
anymore.
later.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed a whole minivan conversation with that too. So anyway, um, there's my dad with the dad joke. Long duck dong. The weird Chinese guy in Mike's
Er,
room. Oh man.
Oh God, it was so fun going back down this road with the Princess Bride, and getting Kevin back on the show. It's been long, 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 long overdue,
Really
and
long.
I promise.
Like long
It,
duck dong long?
Yeah.
exactly.
Like dick long?
Um, it will not be this long again, and we will definitely have Kevin back sooner rather than later.
The gummy's kicking in.
Which is why I'm going into my wrap up. Um, so,
Okay.
uh, coming up on an evening at the movies, we have
Movie reviews.
uh, well, yeah, movie reviews. Obviously, a
Whoa.
light month for May. We're gonna be talking. What the hell are we doing?
Aren't
Oh,
we
the
doing
Last
Friends
Dragon, uh, a Friends tribute to season one, and Chris Cole's birthday episode is Excalibur, and then
Nice.
really quick in June for Classic Cinema. If you are in the Facebook group, you've seen that I posted the rundown because it has officially gone official. But
It's
um,
officially official.
officially official
Like
um,
my face.
for James Bond movies. We will be talking about Goldfinger for Marilyn Monroe. We will do some like a hot for our musical movie. Mary Poppins won the tiebreaker
Damn it, it was supposed to be South Pacific.
narrowly. Well, your dad didn't vote, and
Well,
neither did George,
George doesn't
and it lost
participate in
by
that
2. Well, you still, if your dad and George had voted, it would have been a tie again.
stuff. Ugh, I'm gonna wash those men right out of my hair. If you get it, you
um,
get it.
Disney animated movie. It
Ooh.
is Robin Hood. Disney live action is Pete's Dragon, the original, and then
Ooh.
Universal Monster movie is The Wolf Man. So,
So we're doing 5
like a
movies?
light month in May.
Oh, there's 5 weeks. Okay. Oh, 6 movies. Well, there's not 6 weeks. Okay.
No, there's 5
Oh,
weeks, but I feel like the Disney week or the two Disneys, we can
Yeah, that's what
kind
I
of sort
figured.
of run them to get because
gotcha. Yeah.
Pete's Dragon probably would be an easy one to double up with Robin Hood on because Robin Hood isn't that long of a movie either.
Oh, it's so good though.
So, oh no, I love both of them, but
I haven't seen either of those movies since I was super young.
Yeah. I haven't seen Pete's Dragon since I was a kid. But I've seen Robin Hood in the last year just because it's one of my favorites.
You're talking about the one with the fox, right? Because it's
Yes.
animated. Yeah.
Yes. A fox could get it.
Yep. I'm. You know what culture I'm from.
Yeah, oh, fair enough. Well, see, there's a good outfit for you then. Because
Outfit.
yeah, he could get it. And then July we're doing Summerween, so everybody get ready. And if you have horror movies to suggest, I don't think we've officially locked down what we're doing, but we will be doing Summerween. So a whole month of horror.
no,
Yes, we are.
oh no, I agree. I also
Oh,
wanted to make sure to let everybody know though too that coming up in August on August 27th, it probably will not be live that day because that's the middle of the week and I have to work. But we will pre-record and then drop a special 10th anniversary of Wes Craven's passing episode, and more than likely, probably we will be talking about the OG Nightmare on Elm Street. That way we can have our audio only redo
Nice.
scheduled and done and out of the way. And
I have time to
woohoo!
save up for an outfit.
Well, I mean, I could get you a freaking green and red striped sweater. I don't feel like you'll be wearing a sweater in Texas in the
I
middle
can
of
turn
freaking
on the air
August.
conditioner. It's okay. Just can't go outside. I'd burst into flames.
I've been in your house before. I know exactly how freaking cold it gets.
Well, Kevin, thanks for hopping on and talking to us. Sorry you caught us at the end, but I'm glad you got to listen to most of it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for
No.
inviting me.
I know how much you hate this movie.
3 out of 5.
Yeah. And that's
3
being
out of
generous,
5.
right?
Yep. Oh, 3 out of 5
Rude.
ROUSs, by the way.
Yeah.
I forgot
I
to
know.
specify the ROUSs.
I don't think they exist. All right. Well, good times.
Oh.
I gotta go to the
Yes.
bathroom and pee my pants. My goblet is empty, so
You can catch me nowhere. I don't exist anymore.
yeah. Now my bladder needs to be empty.
Exactly. I'm sitting here with my freaking legs crossed, so that's a good indication that it is about that time. So
Well, you
this
guys
was a
have a
lot
good
of fun.
one.
Thanks, Kevin. I
You
will message
too,
you about
and
shopping mall.
Yeah. And hello again to all the amazing Evening at the Movies listeners and viewers, if you're viewing. Hello to
Oh,
all of you.
They have a nickname now. The
Oh,
Unpopped
our
Kernels.
unpopped
hey.
kernels,
Nice. I like it.
There you go. All right.
and our horror squad has significantly grown as well.
Oh.
So
Well, I gotta try to
we
talk to you guys more. I gotta get in the back of habit of being alive again.
I know. Last time I messaged you, I haven't heard back, and I was like, "Well, I know he's probably busy." And then, yeah,
No, I just suck at keeping up right now.
it's okay. Hey, we all go through it. It's all right. Thanks, Dad, for watching. Thanks, Kevin, for joining. Hope everybody enjoyed
thank
the
you,
episode.
Shanna, for coming back.
Yes, thank you, Shan. She's gone, but she knows. We hope you all come back for an evening at the movies. Goodbye.
Peace and hair grease.
As you wish.
Bye.
Bye.